Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Stanley Forster, and I'm going to be your facilitator, instructor, for General Education Math 109 here at Argosy University. I'm going to be sending out a welcome letter here fairly soon, and I'm also going to be asking for some phone contact information at times that are best to contact you so we can all talk to each other individually, one-on-one. But before that, I wanted to kind of contact you with a little video just to let you know who I am, what I look like, so that I'm not just some faceless person on the internet here, and talk to you a bit about what we're going to be doing this session, this 8-week session. Okay, Math 109 is this potpourri of different math topics. We don't go into depth on any particular math topic, but we do try to give you a taste of all these little things, sort of like little mathematical hors d'oeuvres, okay? So one of the questions I'm often asked is, why should we be studying math? It's something, especially when math isn't your field, and for most of you it's not. And the answer is really quite simply, this is not a vocational school. A vocational school, you go there, you learn welding, you learn to weld. You don't study poetry. This is college. In a college, you're expected to leave as a more capable individual than just simply your narrow field. If there's an old saying about hammers and nails, if the only tool in your toolbox is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. And that can have serious consequences if you're gathering eggs. You would also want to have other models of how to go about solving problems, other intellectual tools with which to address problems. Now, for instance, if you're going into psychology and you're discussing issues of fairness with a client, yes, your field is going to have very definite ways of handling fairness. But we'd also like you, I would like you to also be aware that there's a way of addressing that problem outside of that field, that you can go to the field of mathematics, and the issues of fairness are being addressed in elections all the time, okay? And these are being addressed mathematically. It's just a different point of view, a different tool, so that everything doesn't look like a nail. The second question is, are you teaching yourself? Well, yeah. But you know something that would really be true in a traditional classroom as well. It's just more obvious online. Okay, you are an adult learner. You are responsible for your learning, just like I'm responsible for my own learning. Now, that doesn't mean that you're alone. You are responsible for your learning, but it doesn't mean you're alone. There are tons and tons of things that we can do to help you, even just within the classroom. And then we'll get to the stuff that you can take care of outside of classroom. Okay, you can ask questions. We have discussion boards. You have a requirement to post a certain number of posts. If you have a question, that's a great time to solve the other problem. You have a problem with this in the online homework. Ask it in the discussion board, and we'll help you work it out. Not only does it help you get to your discussion number of minimum posts, but it also helps your classmates, because they get to answer, they get to respond, they get to think about the material in a different way. And so everybody benefits when you ask questions. Keep a notebook. That's the second one. Keep a notebook. Get yourself a little composition book and write out the problems. There's something magical that happens when the part of your brain that tells your hand how to move begins operating in conjunction with the part of your brain that does mathematics. You learn better. You simply learn better. Third one, get a study buddy. Talk during your introductions. Talk to one another. Find out who's got the same schedule. If you work from 2 to 3 in the morning, and the only time, or excuse me, till 3 in the morning, and the only time that you have to study is from 3 to 5 in the morning, find somebody else who's on the same schedule. Get a Skype account. It's an online, if I give you a phone call, I'll be using Skype. Okay, and if you have a video phone, I'll be able to actually talk to you face to face. The other one would be something simple like Google Chat. Go get yourself a Google email account, and then there'll be a chat window off to the side that you can talk to one another in. There's outside of classroom, there's tutoring. one of the scavenger hunt items is I'm going to ask you, where do you find the link for tutoring? Okay, and then you'll be reading the materials. You're required to read the materials. Just pay attention to where the tutoring center is. How do you get to it? There are, in the online tools, for instance, you'll be doing your homework in this, something called My Math Lab. My Math Lab has a button off to the side that says, show me an example, and another one that says, help me solve this, and a third one that says, ask my instructor. What that does, it sends me an email. So you say, ask my instructor, then you type in what you think your problem is, and that sends an email directly to me. I'm going to help you solve it. I'll probably produce a little video showing you how to solve it. Okay, so you hear a voice and not just text. And I'll post that in the Problems and Solutions area. If I forget to tell you where I posted it, go look in the Problems and Solutions area. That's where that's going to show up. Okay. The one thing that I really don't want to have happen is I don't want anyone to get to the end of class and in your reflections on the class and say that you were unable to get help. Because if you feel that you were unable to get help, that means that I wasn't very effective at communicating how much help there actually was. Okay. One last thing, something that I've got to iterate, I've got to tell you about this in the phone calls and online, all the rest of it, is that Argosy has a new attendance policy. You have to be in class and you have to make 2 separate posts in the discussion on 2 separate days in order to be counted as positively present during that week. And then there are consequences that we'll go over later about if we can't meet that. If, for instance, for 2 weeks you don't meet positive attendance, you'll be withdrawn from the course. Okay, and I don't really have any control over that. I'll try to get together with your advisors to see whether or not I can get alerts as to that's about to happen or not. But so that's all it is. When you get the email, please try to respond back and let me know when the best time to call is, because I would like to have as high a success rate contacting you as possible. Good luck with math. It can be fun. If it's not fun, then make it fun. Get together with some of your friends and make it fun, all right? Good luck. Bye.